So what if I told you that some of the most common advice you've gotten your entire adult life is flat out wrong? The general yoga, the light walks, the whole idea you should take it easy as you get older. What if that advice isn't just wrong, but it's actually dangerous? For decades, we've been sold this story of graceful, delicate aging. We've been taught that avoiding strain is how we preserve our bodies. But the truth is, the single biggest danger to your health, your independence, and your energy after 40 isn't lifting something heavy. It's a lifetime of lifting nothing at all. So today we're tearing up that old, outdated rule book. We're going to talk about why weakness, not strain, is the real enemy after 40, and how building strength is your secret weapon for a fearless future. Look, the advice to be careful usually comes from a good place, but it's based on a total misunderstanding of how the female body actually works, especially as you hit perimenopause and beyond. This cautious approach has created a silent epidemic, and it has a name. It's called sarcopenia. It's the age-related loss of muscle. It starts sneaking up on you in your 30s, and when you can start to lose 3 to 8% of your muscle mass every single decade if you're not doing anything to fight it. And by the time you're in your 40s and 50s, that process hits the accelerator real fast. I want you to think of your muscle as your body's metabolic engine. It's what burns calories, even when you're just sitting on the couch. As that muscle vanishes, it's like your body is swapping out a big, powerful V8 engine for a tiny scooter engine. Your metabolic rate, it goes right down like the engine does. It plummets. This is why so many women in their 40s feel like their bodies have completely betrayed them. All of a sudden, the diet and the cardio that always worked just doesn't anymore, right? So weight starts creeping on, especially around the middle. You feel tired, sluggish, and honestly, a little hopeless. You're putting the same amount of gas in the tank, but with a smaller engine, the excess fuel has to go somewhere. It's not your fault. It's physiology. It's what happens when your engine starts to shrink. And this isn't just about fitting into your jeans either. This is about your freedom. Muscle is what lets you carry all the groceries in one trip, hoist your grandkid up into the air, get off the floor without struggle, and also travel the world without thinking twice. When we let our muscle waste away under the myth of taking it easy, we're slowly but surely trading in our capabilities for limitations. It's like willingly deflating the tires on your car. Eventually, you're just going to not be able to move and go where you want to go. So the dangers of a weak body go so much deeper than just a slow metabolism. Weakness is a silent thief. It robs you of your structural integrity, your bone health, and eventually your ability to bounce back. So let's talk about osteoporosis. After menopause, the drop in estrogen makes women incredibly vulnerable to bone loss. We're told that this makes them fragile, like you're made of fine china. The better analogy is to actually think of it as your bones like a bank account. Strength training is how you make regular deposits, building up a defense, a dense, strong reserve. Inactivity is like making constant withdrawals. When menopause hits, it's like the bank's fees suddenly skyrocket. Your account is already low, and now you're in trouble. So when you do weight-bearing exercises, you send a signal that tells your bones to get stronger and denser. In fact, studies show that a consistent strength training program can actually significantly increase bone density in the spine and the hips. That's exactly the areas at risk for fractures that can change your life forever. The real danger isn't actually lifting a dumbbell. It's the fall that happens because you aren't strong enough to catch your balance. It's the hip fracture from that fall that can steal your quality of life. Weakness is what makes you fragile. Strength is what makes you resilient. And what about your joints? So many women worry about lifting weights. It'll give them joint pain. It's exactly the opposite. Strong muscles are like armor to your joints. Without them, your joints are like a tent in a hurricane. No ropes holding it down, getting battered by every single movement. Strong muscles are the ropes that anchor everything down, stabilizing your knees, supporting your hips, and protecting your spine. It's being inactive and weak that leaves your joints totally unsupported and vulnerable. Hormonally, this time of life is already a roller coaster. Muscle loss just pours gasoline onto a fire, often making the symptoms of perimenopause and menopause even worse. Weak body is a stress body, and a stress body is an imbalanced body. So I've worked with thousands of women over 40, and they all hear the same fears over and over again. These fears are just myths, really, that have to take you way back, and it's now time to bust them for good. So without thinking any further, remember, it's never about being perfect, because beautifully imperfect, like I always say, works every single time.